Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing this beautiful look that you see, and I am going to be using... I am so excited to use this. I've had this for about probably close to 2 weeks, if not 2 weeks, and today was the first day that I used it. So I'm really excited to share this look with you guys, and I will definitely be creating another look with this tomorrow. And I'll hopefully have it up for you next week. Alright, so I primed my eyes with this Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I use the anti-aging one. And now I'm going to take a primer. I would like something that's going to blur the pores on the insides of my nose. So I'm going to take this Murad Invisiblur Perfecting Shield Primer, and I'm actually going to use this, I think, just on the insides of my nose. Let's see where life takes me. Sometimes I have a plan and then I step out of that plan. I like to take it on my chin because I feel like just like the pores here are a little bit more up so you can see them. And then here always, because I have larger pores on the insides of my nose and my cheeks just here. So whatever I have left over, I'm just going to run through my forehead, even though I don't really need it there, but we're not going to let product go to waste. And this is just what it looks like. I don't know what's going on with my skin. Like, I'm breaking out a little bit here. I have 2 pimples. And then here I'm looking that I have a brown spot. So like I said, I already primed my eyes. I'm so excited. Let me tell you guys, I got a gift card to Sephora. I redeemed points because I knew that I was going to get this palette. I just didn't want to spend the cash on it. And I'm like, if I do it after my no buy in December, we're all good. But I had to get it. And but I used my gift card. I need to hydrate my lips a little. This is the Drunk Elephant Lippy Balm. It's really nice. Anyway, I got the Pat McGrath. This is the Bronze Seduction palette. It looks just like all of her other palettes. I love the artwork on these. I keep them in their boxes because I love the artwork, but it's just gorgeous. She makes me happy. She makes me the happiest. So we're gonna use her today. I want to start off by telling you guys that I've had this palette probably for about close to 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks already, and I haven't touched her. Look. It is the weirdest thing. My friend keeps telling me, just play with it already. Like, I'm driving her nuts, but I don't know what it is. It's just, it's so special to me, and I do not want to ruin it just yet. I mean, look. She's beautiful, beautiful. Let's just jump in. So I did apply... It wasn't my palette. I'm going to take a little bit of setting powder just on my lids because this palette does not have like a skin tone shade that does not have any shimmer. The one that's there, I think it's like a satin finish, and I don't want a satin finish to set this primer. So I'm just going to take some loose powder. And that's it. That's all I needed. I'm so excited. I can't tell you guys. Connect. So I'm going to start off by taking Entrapment. I just want to make sure that that's how they are. Yeah. So Entrapment is this shade here. It's a really pretty neutral brown. And I'm going to take this Smith 232 brush, and I'm just going to start taking this color into the crease and then blending it back and forth. So I'm getting ready for my sister. My younger sister's having a Halloween party for the kids. And we were just talking, and, you know, we wanted to have a party for the kids because I feel like nobody trick-or-treats anymore. Like, I feel like I buy all this candy every year and my husband ends up eating it because we don't really get trick-or-treaters. And I feel like that's pretty consistent across the board in Chicago. So, I thought a party would be cool. So we're doing a party today. My son is going to be a shark. And today is the 20th, by the way. My best friend gets married next week, and I'm really excited. What else? This blends out like a dream. I don't know why I keep blending it back and forth. Like I just feel like it's already blended. My husband and I are going to be, well, so we were looking into costumes, but they're really expensive. And we're like, you know, let's just not. So we ended up getting t-shirts that say Mama Shark and Papa Shark. And we're going to use those instead. So, because I'm not going to be in a full-blown costume, which I want to. I love this stuff. Like I do. I feel like whenever there's like a party or some kind of a theme, like I love it. But it was really expensive, and we're like, no, let's just not. So we're opting out of that. And instead we got our t-shirts, which we thought would be kind of funny and cute. And I mean, it's just easy, especially because it is going to be a kid party. We're going to be helping with like games and stuff. So we don't really have to worry. And then my husband kept saying like he didn't want like a full body costume because he's like, I'm going to get hot and I don't want to be hot and blah, 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 blah. So fine. T-shirts it is. All right. There's no need to keep blending. I don't know why I'm blending. Anyway, I kind of don't know what I want to do. I'm going to take a mix of Disobedient and Extreme Aubergine, which this is Disobedient and this is Extreme Aubergine. Clearly, right? It's a purple. So I'm going to first go in with Disobedience. And this is now a Smith 247. And I'm just going to take this color on the outside of my lid. It's very pigmented. And I'm just going to kind of fluff that out a little bit. This is a very pretty color. These are the kind of browns I like, actually. I don't really like shades that are like super warm. I feel like they don't look great on my skin tone. I'm going to use this palette again. I have a meeting at Sephora tomorrow morning. And I'm also going to meet up with my best friend to kind of do some last minute wedding stuff. And then we're going to play with her makeup and finalize her look. So it's going to be a fun day. But I figure I can do another look with this because I love it and because I'm so excited. My friend Jessica is going to be like, finally! She kept asking me, like, did you swatch it yet? Did you play with it yet? I'm like, no, she's still a virgin. I was so, it's crazy. Like, even just using it, I'm like, I can't believe I'm using it. It's like, it's a special palette to me. I knew that this one was the one that I needed. Like, I love the other palettes. I do. They're absolutely beautiful. I'm going to take the brush that I used initially. I'm just going to blend out Disobedience. They're beautiful and I love them and I have no regrets. I mean, they were gifts. Honestly, I didn't buy any of them. They were gifts for my friend. But I love, 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 love them. This one though, this one was like, that's me. So I love it. I'm beyond ecstatic. And then because I just redeemed my points and I used a Sephora gift card, like that was pretty amazing. And it was luck. Like I never get the gift cards. I've always logged in to see like if I can redeem points. And because I am that person that saves points. Every now and then, like if there's something like a lipstick I get because I use those whenever I do gigs. So this time around, like I'm like, I want, you know, I'm saving my points and I want a damn gift card. So I just happened to log in and I'm like, is that the gift card? I was just in shock and I'm like, no, it was. So I took it and I was able to get it and it was a little bit of a pain. Like I missed out on this palette. It sold out because I was waiting to hear back about whether I'd be able to use my discount or not, which I wasn't. So I just paid the difference, which was $25, I think. So it was a steal. It was a steal. I have no regrets about that. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the dark aubergine shade with the same brush. And I'm just going to dip into that and I'm just going to take a little bit of that in the outer corner. So this is going to act as like almost like what a black would do. Even though the brown was very rich, I don't need to do this, but I'm going to use the rose gold shade today. And I don't know if I want to use the rose gold or Guilty Pleasure, which is this. Although I really like the way Bronze Blaze looks too. That's bronze, please. Ooh. I mean, it just, ooh, I don't know. So I'm going to take whatever's on my brush and I'm just going to blend it. Blend this forward so a little bit of that aubergine shade will kind of peek through the center there. And then I'm also blending this out so that it's not so harsh and like jagged. Guys, I don't know what I'm going to use. I think, ooh, this is catching my eye too. I need a minute. I need a minute. I made my decision. I'm going to go in with Guilty Pleasure, which is this really pretty sparkly gunmetal gray. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, so let's get into it. I'm going to use my finger and I'm just going to... She makes me so happy. This is so freaking beautiful. So I'm going to tell you guys, this is perfect because my skirt, I'm going to wear a really sparkly skirt. Just to kind of dress up the t-shirt a little bit and whatever. But this is like perfect. And the other thing I was going to tell you guys is that I'll post a picture. I'll post a picture of what all of it ends up looking like on Instagram. So if you're not following me, then follow me. Get on it. Okay, I'm going to see what this applies like with a brush. I'm going to take a MAC 239. And all of my brushes, whenever they're MAC, they're the old brushes. They're not the new synthetic ones because Mama didn't like them. Holy smokes, this is so sparkly and pretty. I wonder what it will look like if I wet it. I'm going to take a little bit of this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Spray. And I'm just going to go back in with this wet. Looks the same, which is impressive because typically when you wet a shadow, you get this really metallic finish, but just goes to show that this shadow is bad. She is a bad girl. This is amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and replicate the same thing on this eye. I'm just going to use my finger and then I'll go in with the brush and then wet it so that way it's the same. I like to do the same thing I do on whatever I do actually, on both sides. Man, this shade is, she's heaven. Holy smokes. I'm gonna wet this. What else? I have been very busy with work, but as you guys can see, I have been uploading. Maybe not as much, but I'm uploading. Things have just been really crazy. I love my job. I feel like I am living my dreams, I should say, because I have been quite busy with weddings and stuff. And I'm gonna go back in with Disobedience and just kind of smoke this out a little bit and make sure that the colors are blended together. But it's just been really, really busy at work, and you know, it's a good thing. It makes my day go by fast, like super fast. Like I feel like I haven't done anything, but I've done quite a bit, and it makes me really happy. It makes me happy to do what I'm doing, and I love it. So we're doing a coat drive at school. So what we're doing is just kind of collecting coats for all of our students, and then we're going to have a little pop-up shop the first week of November, and then whatever's left over we're going to pass on to another school, CPS school. For those of you that don't know, I work in a high school in Chicago, and I also I do makeup, and I work for Sephora. So again, I am living my dreams, guys. And my background is in social services, so to be able to do things like this really just feeds that need to help. And you know, the reason why I went into what I did is because of that, because I knew I wanted to help. I knew I wanted to be someone's different. So we don't get to be that for everybody, but you know, just those people that you do get to, that's where the magic happens. So anyway, enough about that. I'm going to take a break from my eyes. I'm going to go in with Shape Tape in Tan. You guys know that this is the concealer that I use. I placed an order with NARS for the new, not the new, for their concealer in the pot, because I love that. And I feel like it gives me the best coverage, and it doesn't crease. Not that this one creases on me, but I find that this one isn't giving me the consistent coverage anymore. Like, I don't know if it's that my dark circles are getting darker. I don't know. But I find that at some point during the day, it doesn't look covered anymore. You kind of start to see the gray. So the NARS pot, I love it. That thing gave me coverage like no other, and it lasts all day. So I ordered that, but let me tell you, they have the worst shipping process. I don't know if it's a process. I don't know what takes them so damn long, but it's been about a week and I still have nothing. And it still hasn't been shipped. It says processing. Dude, what are you processing? What is it? Tell me. I'd like to know. NARS, you need to improve. Okay, so I'm going to take my beauty blender. This is the sapphire one. And I'm just going to use this to blend out my concealer. And just so you guys know, I did let it sit for a little bit before actually going in with a sponge, because supposedly it builds more coverage and consistency, but I don't know. Maybe that's what is causing it to not wear as long. All right, so I have been using things up, and I'm sorry, but I haven't been keeping the boxes, but I have been using things up, which makes me really happy. Like, I've used up powders, I've used up bronzers, not so much eyeshadow palettes, because I really don't wear eyeshadow all that often. I know. I'm going to go in with one of my favorite foundations. I've used up foundations, by the way. My Hourglass foundation stick, and the shade I wear is warm beige. I can wear beige or warm beige, but I actually like the way warm beige looks. I've used up quite a bit of my foundation, so I'm really excited about that because it feels good. And I've used up quite a bit of my skincare. Typically when I run out, because you guys know that through Sephora we get a lot of product, or quite a bit of product I should say, and you know, it varies. So there are times where I'm going to use the Hourglass brush, where we just end up accumulating so much and it just sits there. So I've been really good about giving stuff away, and I have been really good about using things. So like when I ran out of my eye cream, I didn't go out to buy my favorite eye cream, which is what I would have done, but instead I am using something that I got in gratis, I should say. And it's the same thing for anything else. Like if I have a cleanser, unless there's something really specific, which I'm learning that right now changing is okay, you know, like I was very much in a committed relationship with my eye cream, but I'm okay with what I'm using right now. At some point I will go back, but for now I'm good. I am loving the way this turned out. So now I'm just going to set this, and I'm going to use my Marc Jacobs coconut powder, and I'm going to use my sponge, and I'm going to just take this and quickly dust it under my eyes before anything creases. And then I'm going to use the same powder to set my face, but I'm going to use a brush. And this is just Bare Minerals brush that they gave us in gratis. And it's oddly enough fluffy. I remember these being really scratchy back in the day, but it's actually decent now, so I have been using it. Okay, so I'm gonna let the rest of this sit. No, I'm not. I'm I'm kind of feeling it a little dry. Let's not. This change in weather, geez. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go and apply some eyebrows, do my mascara, and then we'll come back and finish the face. All right, guys, so I'm gonna take this. This is a product that I've used up. This is the Natasha Denona Contour Powder, and this is in the shade Medium. I'm going to use it with my Becca Everything brush. I think that's what it's called. And I'm pretty much done with this. This is now falling apart, but I have been using this, and I really have to say that I've grown to appreciate it, because when I first got it, I was not a big fan, but I do really like it. Like, look at the difference. And the shade is just so soft, and I feel like the brush makes a big difference too, because it really blends it out. Initially, I think my problem was that it was a bit choppy, so I really like it. The shade of liner that I used on my lower lash line is the Pat McGrath Black Coffee Liner, and I smudged it out with Disobedient on the lower lash line, so just in case you guys were wondering. For highlighter today, I'm going to use something pretty exciting and new. This is the Chanel Le Lion de Chanel highlighter, and this is what the packaging looks like. You open it up, it has a really lovely brush, and then the cover. Look at her. She's fierce. So I'm going to take this brush. I've actually used it with different brushes, but I'm going to use this one. Look at that. Ooh-hoo-hoo. It's really soft, and I like how it hugs the face. For my blush today, I'm going to be using one of my favorites. This is MAC Dainty, and I'm going to be using it with my MAC 137 brush. Alright guys, for my lips, I'm going to take this Huda Beauty lip contour in the shade Icon. I'm going to line my lips with it, and then I'm going to apply Pat McGrath Slay Omi liquid lipstick. Alright guys, and this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and let me know if you have any questions down below. Feel free to leave suggestions for upcoming videos. Don't forget to like this video, leave your comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.